What's up, guys? Welcome back for another Solo Omega episode. Didn't play a whole lot this weekend with work and everything, but kind of have gotten started a little bit today on this week's kind of grind. A little slow going this morning. We had like one data site and a few wormholes, but the data site was like 9 mil. We're about to go do a Baristas military complex, an unrated site, and then we did about 5 bill in loot last week, so I've got to export all that stuff today, get that stuff to Jita, get that stuff sold, and then yesterday, about the only thing I did yesterday, we didn't really have any good like signature stuff going on, so I took the Tengu out and just did a bunch of ports. And I was basically farming 7 of 10s. I got one dread spawn actually, which was pretty nice, but I think the loot for that dread commander on that was only like 67 million or something like that, but I think we ended up doing like 200 million over the course of a few hours, or about an hour I guess, of doing ports, just because I hadn't kind of taken the Tengu out in a while. So I'm about to head out and do this military complex with the Golem, and then hopefully we'll get a good return on that. But the goal today is kind of like, keep an eye on signatures and see how much revenue we can kind of pull in. My goal is today to try to pull in about a bill in loot if we can actually get a decent amount of signatures stuff popping up. Like I really need like a 7 of 10 or something local, or some decent relic sites that haven't been cherry picked, preferably. Right, so we're on the second pocket of this Baristas military complex. We're just going to be attacking this structure now. Next wave won't start till 30%, so it's kind of a slog. I'm hoping we should have another signature pop up in the system as well, so when I get done here, I'm going to probably scan that and see what it's all about. There's also an independence in the system that's been here for like almost over a week, so I might end up actually clearing that just to clear my bookmark for it. One thing I've been testing out that I haven't really talked about, if you watched any of my earlier Golem Corp videos, normally I run the GIST X type extra large shield booster, which is pretty pricey. It's definitely worth the ISK, but what I've been testing for the past like couple weeks with this fit is I'm just running the large variant, which brings the cost down quite a bit. You end up having to use the booster a little bit more than you normally would if you run the extra large, but as far as like just kind of saving on the fit and everything, so far I've had no real problems just running the GIST X large with this. So I'm also running javelins for this site too, just to kind of like use up some of the javelin ammo that I've got, because I end up like kind of leaning more into using the rage, and then I end up having like an uneven amount, so I'm just kind of using jazz. And plus on this, some of these towers on this pocket were like 121k out and bastioned up with what I have now. I got 122 range, so I'm not a real big fan of moving too much in these, so if I can just kind of like hang out in place, then it's good to go. We're into hull or structure about 90%. That's where it kind of slows down a little bit. We'll have to do a reload, but that'll be fine because then we'll get a fresh reload for the spawn. I'm hoping I get a Dread Grease's commander. I don't know if it's guaranteed or not, but having some loot would be nice. We're about 70k out, so we might have to pull in a little bit or have the commander close us a little bit so we can get him with tractor beam.
A module has run out of charges.
Alright, 67, 65%, 62%. With the last volley hit, we'll get these reloaded. And hopefully we can get the rest of this with just one, with this reload. This is only kind of slow bit about this unrated site, is just kind of waiting on this bash. We could switch, we could obviously switch rage and then run a range script, but the one thing I do like about the javelins is they travel faster, so there's less time to target, which kind of helps a little bit. We've got 6% to go for the trigger. We're just going to go ahead and probably kill off this thing. Alright, there's our Dread Grease's commander. We'll try to get him last. We're going to keep firing at this structure until we get some targets up. We probably will have enough volleys in the air. Cut those. And start sending them that way. Untarget that Dread Grease. I want to save him for last. He's 64 out. I want him to close on me so I don't have to move too much. We're going to have to double up on these ships just to get them down. Probably just going to go full launcher on these Dire Piss. Cut that booster. Always work, frigates up, just because the frigates can like web you and do other stuff like that. So once we get on battleships, it'll be pretty straightforward. Let the cap rebuild a little bit. Try to get these guys evened up a little bit more.
A module has run out of charges.
Go get rid of the structure.
A module has run out of charges.
Now we should be able to target everything else except for him. He's at 41. He's close enough. He's the one that's target destructing me, which we're not too concerned about unless he actually drops our targets. This cruiser down. We'll start working on these battleships. And really what we're hoping for here is just, some decent loot from this guy. Just to kind of help our daily income. We make quite a bit from just like bounty kills. But it's also nice just to be able to have loot that we can export at a higher rate. I mean, obviously, with Greece's military operation complexes, those 7 of 10s, when we do get them, they're pretty much our main source of income as far as valuable loot that we can export. All right, we're gonna have to take this guy down. Just drop the targets. I'm gonna go and do a reload. I'm also gonna cut off the booster. Cab up a little bit. About 34. If we can take him down before he moves away from us, we can get him with the tractor beam. Pretty soft. Bring the booster back up. Because all we really care about is what is in his ship. The battleship up and going. Track beam on that. Start work on the remainders. We don't have to worry about target structure now. By the time we loot and everything, we'll be pretty much done. Once you kill him, the warp pool goes away, so we even have that extra layer of protection with that. See what's in this thing. Lame. 2.4 mil. Like I said, rated sites are not like great for loot, but it is what it is. Cut that, get that target out of the way. But the bounty is decent, so how that goes. We also have a gas site in here, a crew crash gas site. Not sure if I want to do that one or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one off, and then either do the independence and or see what this other signature is. Just kind of see how it goes. So I went ahead and ran this independence. We're on a pocket 2, pretty much done with it. We're gonna kill this sentient, which is where the drops come from. The entire site, if you kill everything in the entire site, then it's like 22 mil in bounties or so. We've done quite a bit, and I wanted to kind of push this one in before we scan the other cosmic sig, just so we can try to get it all in the same ESS payout. So we'll get this guy down. We'll go and turn everything off, reload, and we're pretty much done here. We just gotta loot it and see what we're working with here. This, like I said, this independence has been in this system for like almost a week and a half. So I'm glad to have finally got it cleared off the board. Let's see what's in here. 4.7, not bad. Lead drone AI, some drone parts. So far, we're not having a great day with SIGs. If we can get like an operations complex or a pith penal, that'll definitely help with our earnings for today. But what I'll do is, I'm not sure if we're going to do this crash site or not. If we do, we'll save it for last, but I think I'm going to scan this other SIG down and go ahead and see what it's all about and kind of just carry on with the day. We ended up finding a few relic sites. First one was pretty lame, but we're on the second one right now. I'm essentially just looking for more tools on this one. Not having a whole lot of good luck here. I think we can go and get it. All right, we got it. I just wanted to make sure, but so this node was 41, which is basically more than we've done. We've done like several data sites today and everything, so we're gonna clear this one, and then pretty much we'll be at the point where we'll be waiting around for. We'll be just waiting around for more signatures. I am cargo scanning these just to make sure, but we'll hopefully I get a little bit more out of the last 4 nodes here. Another decent node here. This one should have like 20 in it, which would be almost, yeah, about 60 or so for this site. And then we've got one more node left, and we'll go and scan that one and kind of see what it's gonna have. But this relic site ended up being like, that'll be 19 on that one. This one ended up being 19, so this whole site ended up being like 80 million, which is not bad. So as you can see here, as far as loot goes, we've done about 108, and then the ISK payout has been a little bit higher than that. So we're probably at like 250 million for about the first hour or so for today's grind. Not too bad. Signatures have kind of slowed down as far as spawning. Got a few wormholes that I'll probably check out with my wormhole alt and just see what those connections are like, and just kind of like focus on trying to find the higher rated sites to really kind of bring us close to that 1 bill for today. I don't know if I gotta work on a lot of this export stuff today as well to get Vegeta and kind of liquidate. I don't know if I'll export this. If I have room in the RIA, I will, but generally when I come out of like a hiatus or whatever and go back into null, I end up bringing usually more than I need. And then when I kind of get into a routine and figure out, in the area I'm in and like kind of what is the most cost efficient activity to do, then I end up like kind of down um, or getting or liquidating and getting rid of a lot of assets. So this is essentially last week's loot and PI, and then also just some ships that I'm just like getting rid of. I'm getting rid of some of the Sino ships, not using the skiffs. I'm getting rid of that. Endurance, getting rid of that. Um, and I'm actually gonna sell my carrier, my Thani, so its bit is in here. And then I had the Widow out here, but the region I was in last year, I ended up using the Rhea or the Widow quite a bit just to like blind jump Sinos, and that was allowed me to like move, you know, 750 cubic meters of ammo pretty easily without actually getting the double jump raider out. I'm not really using it here. I've brought quite a bit of ammo that'll last me a little while, and I'm a lot closer, so I can use like prototype jump economizers on the Rhea and do a little bit better. And also I have easier access to ice and everything. So I'm not really. I'm probably just gonna end up like selling the Widow. I'm not using it for much if anything anymore. It's nice to have, but uh, I'd rather have that ISK in the wallet. And I'll use some of the stuff up here, like these pit B types and everything like that, pit C types, all that stuff, kind of drug greases, extenders, all that stuff came out of rated sites, and so I'm gonna try to get this shipped off. This is almost 11 billion worth. So I think last week ended up actually being like 6 billion in total, which wasn't a whole lot of playtime. Honestly, it was probably I usually play like a couple hours a day for the most part, so we're doing really well as far as all that stuff goes. I probably will go ahead and dump all this stuff into the Rhea, just since I'm already gonna end up doing courier contract back. I'm not gonna jump it myself. Um, with that kind of value, it's easier for me just to like pay the jump rating service and just kind of like chill and do other things while it makes its way to Jita, because we don't need this disc right away, so we can kind of throw down that contract and just kind of wait it out. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Appreciate you guys for watching. We're gonna probably start getting into a little bit more as far as just kind of like spam ratting some anomalies, just to try to get some straight ISK. Probably tomorrow. I might actually end up like going and doing some wormhole stuff tomorrow as well. But today it's essentially logistics and kind of just periodically scanning anything that comes up and whatever. But so far it says as far as income goes, it's started off pretty well. But anyway, I'll see you guys later and peace out.